Israeli warplanes bombard the Gaza Strip in response to weekend attacks by Hamas, amid growing concerns about civilians caught up in the fighting. The Israeli military said it carried out hundreds of airstrikes targeting Hamas military compounds, weapons warehouses, and command centers in Gaza. Many of the attacks took place in the upscale Rimal neighborhood of Gaza City, an area that is home to Hamas operational centers as well as residential buildings and offices of non-governmental organizations. Military spokesman Richard Hecht said Hamas had also fired 4,500 rockets from Gaza since it began its offensive. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a speech on Monday evening that his country's forces had only just begun their response. "What we will do to our enemies' enemies in the coming days will impact them for generations," Netanyahu said. Lynn Hastings, the UN humanitarian coordinator for the occupied Palestinian territories, said in a statement on Tuesday that at least 200,000 of the Gaza Strip's 2.2 million residents had been displaced by the conflict. He said the intensity of the fighting made it difficult for humanitarian workers to distribute aid. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said in a video statement that Israel would implement a total siege on Gaza, cutting off the Palestinian territory's access to electricity, food, water, and gas. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres told reporters that while he acknowledged Israel's legitimate security concerns, military operations must be carried out in accordance with humanitarian law. He said civilians must be protected and civilian infrastructure must not be targeted. "I am deeply distressed by today's announcement that Israel will begin a total siege of the Gaza Strip, with no one allowed to enter, no electricity, food, or fuel," Guterres said. The humanitarian situation in Gaza was dire before these hostilities, now things will only get worse exponentially. The death toll on Monday rose to at least 900 people in Israel and 687 in Gaza, and the figures are expected to continue to rise. Nearly 6,000 people on both sides were injured. The dead in Israel include citizens of Argentina, Britain, Cambodia, France, Nepal, Thailand, and Ukraine, officials from those countries said.